Hello, friends. This is John Clan III with episode 90 of Shadow and Flame of Magic, the podcast, and we're going to review X-Men 41 from the 2010 volume or volume 3, depending on how you want to label it. So let's get to it. And once again, thank you to Francisco for providing the theme song to the podcast. We appreciate it. And you? And this is one of those classic comics that if you put Kitty Pryde on the cover, I'm going to buy it. And literally, she's on the cover. I am not only I only own this because of her on the cover, but this is issue 41, which I think I'm going to make a tradition of pulling and I did all my issue 41 reviews this year as I turned 41 this year. So I like the idea of saving one of these. And if I had more confidence in my recording schedule, I would purposely save this for the last week. Though I guess I could record this and then just make this whatever episode it turns out to be. But if I didn't have a silly format where I name the episode number at the beginning, I might just do that. But and to be honest, I'm just going to release it as I record it because who knows what the future beholds. So, 41, I had the feeling this morning of driving to work, like I feel like I'm in my 40s. I mean, there's times where I'm like, oh yeah, 41, I feel it. But there's also times where I'm like, do I feel any different than 35? Not really. Um, so this is an amazing cover. Gonna see if oh yeah, it's by Adam Kubert with Maury Hollowell. Because I do not have the variant cover, I'm sure. Oh yeah, I see the Adam Kubert signature on the cover. So so let's see if we do this. So it's going from what would that be? 11, top left corner, circle style. So it's Danger, Archangel, Beast, Hope, Gambit, Logan Wolverine in his brown and yellow suit, Jubilee hugging his arm, Ileana in her classic New Mutants uniform, Rogue, Ravage, so this time it's Betsy, Psylocke, Banshee, Magneto. Oh, this is where we split a bit. Uh, to his to our left, Jean Grey, Cyclops, Xavier with classic wheelchair blanket in his lap. Tiny blanket too, like he doesn't even cover his shoes, which we see is white sock, and I don't know if I've ever seen Xavier's socks before. Back over to the right, Longshot, Dazzler, and her with longer hair but with the star in her chest. Looks off center. Nightcrawler teleporting in. Oh yeah, because right beneath Beast was where he used to be. We have Colossus, Zorn, nowhere near Magneto, so that feels like a choice. Namor, standing next to Emma. And Scott's too close to Jean, so I don't know, these are choices. Forge, Bishop, Iceman behind Emma, which is fun. 80s Mohawk Storm, and finally, phasing up from the ground, Kitty Pryde in her blue Excalibur uniform that I love so much. And this comic is rated T plus. It would have cost you $3.99, and it came out April 2013. Inside cover ad is for the Deadpool game, which when we thought our Xbox worked, and I took it out of storage, we went and bought Walker like all these games, and Deadpool was one of them, and unfortunately it never worked. And so it'd be nice for Deadpool 3 if it got remastered. And it's the 10-year anniversary, so that'd be nice. Well, I guess right now is the 10-year anniversary. So this is X-Men. Born with abilities beyond those of normal people, the mutant species has long been hated and feared by the humans around them. The mutant superheroes known as the X-Men are looking to change that, making the world safe for human and mutant kind alike. The cast is Chamber, Starsborn, Energy Manipulation, Pixie, Megan Gwen, teleportation, pixie dust. Storm, Aurora Monroe, weather control. Angel, Warren Worthington III, wings, heart of gold. This is also during his amnesia phase. Iceman, Bobby Drake, ice manipulation. Previously on X-Men. The mutant, oh, I should have said in X-Men. The mutant gene is re-emerging around the world, and the X-Men have resumed their role as guides and protectors for the frightened new mutants, but not new mutants. When high school senior Owen Backles, or Baquez, and his girlfriend Maddie, wrecked their car in a desert highway, Maddie didn't survive, but Owen did, thanks to the sudden manifestation of his mutant power to control machines and incorporate them into his own body. Which is weird that you would name a character Maddie in this franchise of one very famous Maddie, um, but she died immediately, so I guess it's okay. Control machines and incorporate into his own body. Storm, Chamber, and a team of X-Men set out to find Owen and teach him how to use and control his new powers. But as they try to talk him down from his terrified rampage, another group intervened, the all-new Freedom Force. Writers Seth Beck, pencilers Chefte Paulo and Guillermo Morgorin, inkers Chefte Paulo, which I assume. Oh no, I don't know, because you would think he would do his own pages, but then Guillermo Morgorin did his own inks, but then there's a third inker, Lorenzo Ruggiero. So that's curious. Andreas Mossa does the color, is our colorist, keeping everything continuity tight. VC's Joe Carmagna is our letterer, cover by Adam Kubert and Maura Holloway. There is a Dale Cohen with Andy Miki and Maury Holloway variant cover, but don't have that. Jennifer M. Smith is assistant editor. Jeannie Schreifer is the editor. Nick Lowe is the group editor. Editor-in-chief is Alex Alonso. Chief Executive Officer Joe Quesada. Publisher Dan Buckley. And Alan Fine, executive producer. Afghanistan, 2009. We see the volunteers who will make up the new Freedom Force. Virginia, 2010. We see that all of them have been, and these are all soldiers, like elite soldiers, who have now been given upgrades. One of them is super fast with metallic goat legs. One of them can change their density to be very heavy. Another one can turn their hands into guns. And one of them can shapeshift into people that the person knows. And this is Tin Man Part 2. And Jono narrates the issue as he's the team leader, which is very impressive when he has a team with Storm, Pixie, Angel, and Iceman. Freedom Force, eh? Look a bit different from the last blokes by that name. I'm gonna guess their sudden appearance is likely to complicate this little rescue mission. So Storm's trying to talk them down. You know, they don't really want to fight, they just want to grab the kid. Whose character name I've already forgotten. Owen. Alright, Jonah, looks like things are about to go pear-shaped. And the shapeshifter turns to Cyclops to taunt them. Then he turns into Xavier. Jonah leads the fight. Fight. Pixie fights a person. How did I wind up with a guy built like a truck? Easy, Jonah. Remember that you did to Sabretooth in the danger room. And then he turns back into Xavier, and Warren's like, alright, is that what you're doing? And he turns into Archangel. And then Warren's just like, I don't know who that is. Is that supposed to mean something to me? And then he turns into his regular form and then just causes a psionic blast to Angel and knocks him on his feet. The speedster comes after Storm, who underestimates him and takes 4 punches to the face in like rapid style. One of them, yeah, the one that turns into weapons blasts through Iceman's body, but he reforms and then freezes around the armor. Owens trying to regain his no, this is one of the other people. Oh, the mask guy. And Pixie's throwing blood um pixie dust into his face, and all of a sudden he's hallucinating giant pink dinosaurs or sharks or both. Dinosaur sharks. And then the big guy's coming after Jono again. I just have to make sure I don't overdo this and melt him. So he blasts into the ground. You and me both, mate. As the other guy goes, I'll be honest. I was hoping Wolverine is with you guys. You and me both, mate. All right, Jono, think here quickly before this bloke chokes us out. Got to do this just right. And so he blasts a guy, and then Bobby freezes him in the middle of the air so he can't use any of his momentum. That ought to hold him. The telepath guy turns into Maddie, giving. Oh yeah, and Owen already has like a '90s look. Like he has like a Maverick yellow mat, like square around his eyes. He has an upper shoulder. His shoulders and chest have metal coming, like forming around him. He recognizes Maddie, and it stuns him for a moment, and everyone regroups around him. um, Owen does not appreciate his dead girlfriend talking to him, and so the guy changes back. They both sides explain like we just want to rescue you. Freedom Force wants to take him in to identify him and see what his limits are. And Owen looks around and was like, "What a mess! Somebody better tell Coach I'm not going to be able to play this week. I'm not ready to run off and ignore what I just did here, and I like to serve my country if I can." I guess Freedom Force is saying that maybe they have a room for him. And so he agrees to go with them. Storm says that they were only here to make sure that he was making a choice of his own. There's a house ad here for Red She-Hulk 63. She is S.H.I.E.L.D.'s most wanted. And so the team walks away, and Jonah's like, well, yeah, what the hell, Aurora? And she says, he made his choice. He was never going to force him to come with us. That's not what we're about. The goddess wills it. We will see him again, which I guess the goddess does not. And then Warren says, it is dawning of a new era. Owen is just one of the many. And Jonah says, next time then. And Storm ends the issue with, here's to new beginnings for everyone. The issue ends. There's a big there's an ad here for Wolverine, the Adamantium collection, the best and brightest moments from Wolverine's long and storied history. It's an adamantium size hardcover. It's 11 by 5 inches by 15 by 5 inches, over 1 foot tall, and 720 pages. Which I want to say we sold it a set, or did sell it, but we had this at Hastings, and I want to say no one bought it because it was very expensive. Maybe once it went on sale, someone finally did. There's a 2-page ad here for Brian Michael Bendis and Steve McNiven's Guardians of the Galaxy 1, which will eventually have a crossover, the all new X-Men. That was great. And this this volume ends to make way for this April, all new series by Brian Wood and Oliver Coipel, which is the amazing cast of X-Men that the war in 2013 or 2014 was not ready for, which is Jubilee, Psylocke, Storm, Rogue, Rachel Summers, and Kitty Pryde. And people, or I should say a percentage of people, lost their minds. Well, I should say 2 camps lost their minds. The first camp, which I was part of, that loved this team. It was like, this team is awesome. Add another woman to this team to make it even better. And then there was the other group of people who were like, this title is called the X-Men, we're the men. Yeah. And unfortunately, this cast only lasted not that long. And I want to say Kitty even lasted even half as long in the title. And I don't even know where she went from this. I think she just got taken off the board. So first 3 issues are amazing. And then Kitty left the title and I left the title. So, and of course the next team full of dudes. So But this is the volume, this third volume X-Men was the one that got kicked off of the Vampire Saga. So it was an interesting era in 2010. But 41 issues, not bad. I mean, it's weird it didn't end with issue 40, so it makes me think they had at least plans for up to 50. Inside back cover ad is for the Amazing Spider-Man Ultimate Edition game, which we own, or maybe we own Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2, the game. Yeah, we do, because that one's the one that has Craven in it. And that, everyone, is X-Men issue 41 from the 2010 volume or volume 3, depending on how you like things to be volumized. Well, everyone, thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk at you next time. Hopefully, with I'm recording this Monday or Tuesday night, so Wednesday comics, Iron Man comes out, and X-Men 27 with Doctor Doom on the cover, and Josh Casalva being the penciler, Jerry Duggan, and then there's a third time. Oh, and Alpha Flight, which I'm skipping. So should be exciting time. And then also after that, we will start doing What If. And I think that's all of our bonus episodes. It's going to be, and if no comics come out next week, then just What If then. So I'm pretty excited. We try to go back to just normal 1 month or one episode a week, like traditional podcasts, especially as I'm heading to issue episode 100. And that feels exciting. So we'll see how that shapes up. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Bye.